Hey everybody, I'm going to start by showing you yesterday's pour, and this one was just my good old-fashioned flip and drag with silicone. It is as dark as it appears, but I think its saving grace is the copper. The copper gives it some life. This area is quite dark, but I love the edges. So I really do like this piece, but definitely glad I have the copper in it. And this biggie, I just washed with Dawn dish soap so that I can resin it tomorrow. And this one is, I believe this one is 15 by 30. So I'm still trying to figure out how to ship those. I think shipping would be at least like, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks, but gotta figure out a box, or I may just have to make a box for that. So right now in my resin coffin, which is basically using my washing machine pans sandwiched together, is painting from video 364. I suggest you look it up because the end result is amazing. It is very chaotic and lively. It's a piece that is just jumping with energy. And so that was a mallet smash, and it was heavy on color and lots of tilting. So it was one of those where you're kind of watching going, where's she going with this? What's happening? And I might be wondering the same thing partway through. But it's exciting. You look at it and it just fills you with like, yes! So I want to do another one like that. And as I said, that one is being resined. Well, it's drying as we speak. That one is sold. So it will be gone soon from my house. But I think it's going to Florida. So hopefully it'll have fun in Florida. I've got one in Hawaii, and I'm pretty sure it's having more fun than I am here in Nebraska. Alright, so you can look up my paint mixing videos to see how I do all that. I'm not going to go through that, but just know they're all mixed with Floetrol and water. And I'm using Artist Loft Brilliant Magenta, Liquitex Basic Primary Yellow, and this does have a touch of Iridescent Medium and Pearl X powder. I wish I still had the box so I could show it to you, but a little bit of Pearl X powder. And Artist Loft Metallic Blue and Artist Loft Light Green. I always love this Artist Loft Metallic Blue. When I first started, Artist Loft were the first like tube acrylic paints I bought. And this is Cadmium Orange Grumbacher, and I added Iridescent Medium to it. But when I first started, some of the Artist Lofts are really hard to mix up. They're chunky, but the metallic blue was always so easy. All right, so this is a wooden panel. It is 10 by 10, I think. I don't think it's 12 by 12. Well, it's one of the two. And from Blick. That is my new place to buy all of these art panels. I really like their quality, and the prices are pretty good too. So, and then this is my Dutch Boy paint primer in one, mixed with Floetrol and water. So I know I keep talking about resin a lot, and I bought the Stone Coat Art I think people are sometimes, because there's two. There's Stone Coat for art, which is newer, and then there's the original countertop version. So today I used the Stone Coat art one for the second time, because as you know, I love Art Resin brand. And now that I've worked with it twice, I've come to, I have nothing negative really to say about it, but for a newbie to resin, the Art Resin brand is a lot easier to work with. So if you've never used resin before, I would suggest going with Art Resin. It is easier to mix. It's much more fluid, and so it's easy to, you pour on, and then I just use my gloved hand and move it around, whereas the Stone Coat is a lot more solid. It doesn't move as much until it's heated. So, but I guess the good thing with that is it stays where you want it. So I've only resined wooden surfaces, so today's the first time I've done canvas with it. So I'll see how it does, like around the edges. Since it is thicker, maybe it won't pull away from the edges as much, like the Art Resin does sometimes on canvas. And people have said it dries harder, but, and maybe because I did, you know, 2 wooden pieces, held them up next to each other, was tapping on them and all sorts of stuff, and honestly they felt the same hardness or whatever. And also, to me, the Stone Coat resin smells bad. Well, I shouldn't say bad, but I can't smell the Art Resin at all. And the Stone Coat has an odor. Like, I can still smell it in the room. And I did it about a half hour ago. And Art Resin is no VOCs and non-toxic and all that good stuff. But since I'm now, because before I was only using resin, I'm just kind of painting the sides with my fingers. I was only using it occasionally. But now I am using it more than once a week. And so I'm going to buy a respirator. I mean, I thought they were expensive, but they're not. They're like 30 bucks or something. Just in case. Because I kind of like my lungs. And, you know, I've been scoffing, you know, people are like, you should wear a respirator. And I'm like, well, they say, you know, non-toxic and, you know, no VOCs, et cetera, et cetera. But that was when I wasn't doing it as often. So I think I will take a few more safety precautions. I've taken other steps lately in my life for health, so I suppose I should maintain what good health I do have. But my back is feeling better, knock on wood, ever since I've been seeing the chiropractor. So that is good news. She does active release physical therapy, and then she cracks me. And I was getting plugged into those like stem things, you know, that buzzes you, but last time I didn't do that. I haven't gotten a single bill yet though, so I'm a little worried. keep thinking, shouldn't our deductible be met yet? Alright, I think I'm happy with the coverage of the white. And I got a lot, I'm using 5 colors, which I probably don't need to because the yellow and the blue will make green, but I'm using this. And, well, I guess orange won't really be made by the magenta. Okay, this one's kind of stuck on there. I do not use green very often. And I do want a lot of color, so I am going to be, there will be bigger, because the 364 had less negative space than usual. You could tell it had the white background, but it was peaking. And I love the iridescent medium. I love it. I think resin really makes it pop. You see bits of shimmer, you know, when you're looking at it with different light. So I was talking about Nikki Paints and Eats. I really need to learn her last name on Instagram, and I was telling you how I love her resin geode pours. So I talked to her, I told her I was talking about her, and she said the pours are actually acrylic. And then she uses the resin as the top coat. And I'm assuming like the glass and stuff is set into the resin, but that the colors are a regular acrylic pouring. So I thought I'd pass that along if any of you have gone to look at her stuff. There is certainly going to be a lot of paint on here. Ugh, all of these paint containers are stuck. May as well put that a little to the side. Alrighty. Get paper towel ready. Sometimes I don't wipe the mallet as much as I should. I have a feeling this is going to be messy. Yeah. Whoa. Alrighty. Do not like that green. Way too much green. But I don't like these. And I forgot that what causes them is what causes them is smacking it too hard right in the middle, so I'm going to get rid of and I'm going to dip my mallet into some white. Ugh, I hate when I try and clean my arm and I end up making it worse. Man, this is so not what I wanted. And I believe it has to do with the green. Because this does not have the vibrancy that I wanted. But I'm going to tilt her around and see. Kind of bummed. So my parents watched my balloon, quote, glove smash. And my dad sounded like so many of you guys. He's like, and at such and such point, you should have just stopped and walked away. It was so pretty then. So, everyone's a critic. But I had to laugh. I think that's the first video they've ever watched. They were like, Dad, you talk a lot. Yeah. Okay. Miserable. Gosh, I have wiped off quite a few canvases lately. I remember in the beginning I used to do that and people would get so upset with me. And now I'm like, eh. I'm the one that has to sign it on the back. Ugh. All right, so I'm not going to use green, and I don't think I'm going to use orange either. I can always add orange after that first bit if I feel the need. Ah. So today was the first day of school and everybody survived. Students, teachers, we all made it through the day. Very few tears. Those may have been staff tears. But, and I didn't even fall asleep afterwards because I had to go to my parents' house because today is the 14th and it is my dad's birthday and my parents' 50-something anniversary. Oh my God, my dog is playing with a squeaky toy. So my favorite product, BarkBox products, are now being sold at Target, which would be Target for those of you not in the know. So I found that interesting. They were like my favorite little company though. So hopefully they stay awesome, even though now they're like big time. All right, let's try this again. Okay. I'm going to use a touch of, not that, I'm going to use, well, I am going to use a touch of Liquitex Basic Prism Violet. If I can open it. And magenta. magenta. Well, no, actually, I'm going to use Grumbacher alizarin. And then a touch of yellow. And now I need a blue. And I think I can't decide, so I'm going to do a little drop. That's the metallic blue. Oops. And then I'm going to add a drop of Artist Loft Turquoise, which also has iridescent medium in it. Well, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. I can't tell. Yeah, I think it does. And I am not going to smash from a height that leaves all that side ring, the ring around it. Because that's a look I do not like. All right, it's go time. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I do want that got a little dark there. Look at how pretty. You know what? Oh. Ooh, hang on, guys. I have an idea, and they strike me. Hold on, I'm coming right back. I need to start making new cards for when I mail paintings to people. I used to have all these cards, homemade cards. So, ugh, I have nothing to put it. Oh, right here. Perfect. And, oh, those are more cards. I know, you're like, she's doing 35 things at once, but that's how I roll. Okay. Well, that's obviously not as pretty. Aw, man, that is so not what I thought it was going to be. Bummer. Maybe I'll just dip it. Because now I got this card out and... Ah! Okay. You know what? I'm just going to have to deal with that later. But I do need some more white. If you get that card, if you buy something, you'll be like, ah, that's the card she half-assed made during a video. I really like with this, but it's, I have to see what happens to it. Because it doesn't fit as much. So I want this really kind of stretched over the whole board. Which may mean that I am going to do introduce teal or light aqua green. Yeah, toss in a Prussian blue. Why not? Just tap it on that card again. All right. Should have added yellow to that mix. Let's add some Grumbacher process yellow. It's starting to look a little disjointed, too different. Got blended a little too much right here, but it ain't over yet. Got some really pretty colors going. You know, for all that paint that I puddled, there is not very much paint to move. So this is not looking anything like 364, like not at all. That's kind of cool. I really like that area. But that, as you know, is kind of the look I like. So the right and left side are very different looking. This side's much more like watercolory, blendy, and the other one's quite a bit more vivid and not as blendy. But I think I kind of like the way those two kind of play opposites. my son is screaming. Like he's talking to the dog though. All right, look, that area is still there. Wow. It's like, okay. I need to wipe my hands so I don't dribble paint onto this, which I've done so many times and ruins it. It's like two separate paintings. I mean, yeah, it's like two separate paintings. I like that. Kind of wild. Slowly tilting it back the other direction. Not all the way, just a smidge. Ugh. Well, now this big white circle is bothering me. I'm gonna torch it and see what it looks like. So the torch brought out these little tiny cells. I was thinking I was loving it, but now I'm thinking I'm not so much. Well, that was a really dumb move of me. I didn't like that. Got no mojo today. No mojo. It's just gonna be a mallet smash and tilt to the max now. Which is a-okay, those sometimes turn out the best. Wish it hadn't gotten so blendy. Look right there. But I still love the watercolor effect, kinda. I don't know what else to call it. So I'm still going to have the different looks. Actually, I think I'm liking this better than before I did that last smash. So maybe I didn't mess up too bad. Except I don't like that. Sometimes if you add the white, it makes everything else go down faster. I like it. I do. See if it needs, let's see. I think it's good. I've really gunked up all these corners. I do like it. I do. It is not as bright as I had intended it to be, but yeah, I want some just regular white. There we go. I just love the colors though. I love like the red and then the swirls. One last torch, get any remaining air bubbles out of there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take you off of here and walk you around for a better look. My son is being loud with the dog. That part's cool. And that is beautiful. Alrighty, so there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye.